You may have heard that the best salespeople are smooth talkers, right? The Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio. But the fact is, it's just not true. In my experience, absolutely the best salespeople out there are great listeners, and they know how to ask great questions. In this video, we're going to walk through the 5 questions you should ask in every sales conversation that will get you further in the conversation, get those leads closed, and increase revenue for you and your business. Let's dive in. Hey there, Craig Hewitt here. Welcome back to the channel. My goal here is to create incredible sales content so you, as a founder, can be a more effective salesperson, grow your business, scale, and become fulfilled in your entrepreneurial ventures. If you're enjoying this, please like, subscribe, smash the bell. It really helps send great signals to YouTube that this is really helpful stuff to you as a founder and makes me feel really good to help me keep coming back and creating awesome content here. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 sales questions you should be asking in every sales call you have to further develop leads into customers and fans and champions for you. And really the goal behind all of these is to build empathy and to build a relationship between you and your prospect. You know, a lot of prospects and potential customers come in and frankly, they're scared, right? They don't know what to expect. They don't know you. So you got to build some rapport. You got to get sitting on their side of the table. A lot of us think that we're sitting across a table from a prospect, but the best salespeople in my experience always sit next to their customers and their clients, right? They want to be partners. And these sales questions that you're going to ask are going to help you position yourself and genuinely as a partner to your future customer. We want to ask great questions because going into a sales conversation, you don't know much about your prospect that you're talking to. You don't know if they're a good fit. You don't know what their pains and desires and wants and goals are. The overarching theme of all of these sales questions is asking good, probing, leading questions so that the prospect can tell you what they're looking for out of an engagement with you and your solution. Okay, we mentioned rapport building. And the first question that you'll ask is after the initial rapport building, you want to ask a question to transition from just rapport building, hey, where are you located? How's the weather? All these kinds of things, right? To let's get down to business and really start this sales call. And the phrase I love here is, in order to maximize our time together, would you mind if we got started now? You don't say, okay, we're going to get started and kind of slam the gavel. You want to ask a question to which you're pretty sure the answer is going to be yes, right? Because they booked a call with you not to talk about the weather or their favorite sports team, but this problem that they have. And you want a graceful way to transition from the small talk and rapport building, which is a super important part of any sales conversation in any relationship, into, okay, let's get down to business and figure out how I can help you and why we have this call today. I like to be respectful of someone's time, which is why I ask this question, and let them know that I'm conscious of maximizing our time together so that we can help them get the most out of our beginning of our engagement. One thing that's really important here, and don't lose sight of it, is you are leading this sales conversation. The absolute last thing you want is for a prospect to come in and them start leading the conversation, because most of the time, frankly, they don't know what problems they're having, or they certainly don't know what solution you might have that could fix those problems for them. You want to maintain control of the flow of the conversation so that you're asking these good questions and gently guiding a prospect towards a solution. Most of the time, hopefully it's your solution, but sometimes it might not be. If that's the case, you still want to gently guide them towards coming to that realization themselves. Okay, so the first question is, hey, I want to be respectful of your time. In order to maximize our time together, how about we get started? And they're going to say yes. Right after that first question, hey, let's get started, you want to find out why you're talking. Why now? Why today? What's going on? And the phrase that I love to use here is, hey, prospect, what was going on in your life that made you reach out to schedule this call today? You're getting a few things here in just a handful of words. You're getting what was going on in your life. There's a lot of context that'll happen here that made you reach out today to schedule this call with me, right? So you're saying, hey, what's going on in their life? What situation? What happened at work? What happened with their spouse? What happened with their kids? What happened with their business, right? What happened to make you reach out to schedule this call today with me? So today being, hey, this is urgent. This couldn't wait 2 weeks or 2 quarters. And why me? And the amazing thing is the first response that you'll get to this was, oh, we were looking for a podcast editing service. Nah, that's not the answer, right? The answer is really, I am the director of marketing for this business. I have a goal of increasing website traffic by 200% this quarter, or my head's on the chopping block. Really different problem statement than we were just looking for someone to edit our podcast, right? So I love to peel the layers of the onion back here. After they say the first thing that they say, oh, interesting, tell me more about that. Or what impact does that have on your business? Or, oh, that's really interesting that this thing was going on. What's the long-term outcome of that for you and your business? Okay, once you've established why you're here, let's start foreshadowing a little bit and saying, okay, hey, imagine that we work together on this and our solution is a good fit for you. What needs to be true so that you'll say this was a home run? This is a great outcome for you. Our engagement together has been really positive. Tell me about what you hope is true in a few months, in a few years, whatever the typical timeline is for you and your solution. Tell me what that looks like, prospect. And a lot of times they'll start giving you really, really, really concrete numbers here, right? So, okay, we want to grow website traffic by 200%. We want to increase the bottom line by 10%, whatever that number is. They're going to give you a metric, right? Which you then know, oh, I can do this, or I probably can't do this. Their expectations are out of line with what my solution and my team can do. And a time bound, right? I want to grow website traffic by 200% in 6 months. Probably not going to happen, right? But I want to do that in 2 years. Ooh, cool. They're going to be a long-term prospect, our customer. Let's really go with this. After you've had the prospect kind of foreshadow and look forward a little bit and say, hey, okay, we're working together. What does this look like? They give you a future state. Then you want to find out, okay, well, why can't you just do this yourself? Right? And then I love to ask, what is holding you back from achieving this on your own? And a lot of times it'll be time, money, expertise, something like that. But these are buyer signals, right? And these are things that are super important for you to understand of, hey, what makes this prospect tick? What is the most important thing to them? And it's different for everybody. Some it's money, some it's outcome, some it's focus, right? You don't know until you ask, right? And asking, why can't you go implement this yourself? Surely you can go watch 10 hours of YouTube and basically learn anything in the world, right? Why can't you do this yourself? And you'll uncover which trigger is most important to your prospect. Time, money, focus, bandwidth, opportunity cost, right? All these are perfectly valid. And then you want to turn these into the reason that your solution is so valuable to them and framing your solution as the one they should go with. Hey, this will save you the most money. Hey, we don't need any input from you. This will save you the most time, right? Now you know what makes them tick. One interesting thing that'll happen here is if you are turning those screws well, your prospect might be a little frustrated at this point. They might say, I can't do this. I don't have the expertise. I don't have the money. I just can't do this. And it's okay. They got on the phone with you because they have a real burning problem, especially if you're in a B2B situation. It could be their job's on the line, their business is about to go under. You are a hope that they have, right? And so don't forget about that. Like, your prospect might be a little bit emotional at this point after having described the problem that they're in and the time, what they're hoping that you can do to solve this. They've revealed a lot to you. So don't be surprised if they're a bit emotional at this point. And the last question that starts to frame us positioning our solution is, great, Bob, what were you hoping that I could do to help you? And this is where they take that problem statement and reform it in the form of a solution that they're hoping that you can do. Hey, I was hoping you could edit my podcast to where I just sit down and record and you do everything else. Interesting. That's exactly what we do. I was hoping your, fractional CFO services could come in and clean up our books to where we don't have to worry about this anymore. Right? And then you, as a great salesperson and an active listener, will then just take and parrot that back to them. Yep, that's exactly what our solution does. We do this, this, and this, and just exactly say what they just told you as the solution and the thing that you do. Of course, if that's accurate. If it's not accurate, they've just disqualified themselves. And you say, hey, I don't think you're a great fit, but my friend, Tim over here, he does a similar thing. I think he'd be a really good fit for what you do. I'll connect you all over email. Right? So what were you hoping I could do to help here is them taking that problem statement that they had, restating it in the form of a solution. And then if that aligns with you, say, gosh, yeah, Bob, that's exactly what we do. We help a bunch of customers in the healthcare industry, streamline their SOPs and processes. Oh, amazing. Okay, let's do it, right? So I hope these 5 questions that I use in every single sales call that I'm in will help you more deeply understand your prospective customers, the problems that they're having and the situation that they're in, and then help you to frame the solution that your business has to better solve their problems. If you're enjoying this, I have a free comprehensive sales training that'll take you from zero to really implementing a great, repeatable, scalable sales process in your business. Head over to craighewitt.me/training to pick that up. I hope you enjoy. As always, if you're enjoying these videos, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell. It sends great signals to YouTube and just makes me feel great. So I keep coming back and providing more, hopefully incredible sales training value for you and your business. Best of luck. We'll see you soon.